Donna Noble has left the library. Donna Noble has been saved.
Welcome to About Time, a Doctor Who podcast. I'm Stephen, and I've been a Doctor Who fan since 2005.
And I'm Ben, and I've never seen the show before.
Now we're watching and discussing every episode of the revived series, and quite frankly, it's about time. Hello, sweetie.
Hello.
You can guess what we've watched today.
We've watched Silence in the Library of That Actually Is a World.
What?
The library that's actually a world.
Yeah. Not long since we last recorded, so I don't know if we've got much to update listeners with.
No.
You're working on an essay.
Working on an essay, having a roast on Sunday. We've got a new neighbour.
Oh, we do, yes.
We haven't met them, though.
We haven't said hello, really. We've just noticed. Yeah. We will at some point.
Hashtag millennials. Hashtag millennials.
So, we've watched Silence in the Library.
Mm-hmm.
Part one of a two-part story by Stephen Moffat.
Mm-hmm.
Is Stephen Moffat still your bae of Doctor Who?
I do like his episodes.
Yes.
I think you could tell that this person understands what he's doing.
Yeah.
There are good reveals, there is good... I do have my issues with this concept.
Okay.
This air piranhas and...
Oh, the Vashta Nerada.
Yeah, and I'm just a bit like, just call it the Gloom.
What's that?
The Gloom! I just made it up.
Oh, you just made it up? You think that would have been a better name?
Like something a bit more tongue-in-cheek, not beep-a-doo-ba-doo-boo.
Well, I don't you think that's a bit cheesy? The Gloom.
It's fucking Doctor Who!
Yeah, well, you made one choice, he made another choice.
Yeah.
He went with Vashta Nerada.
Meaning?
Apparently they mean the piranhas of... what was it? The
Piranhas of the air?
No, it was something that melts the flesh or something.
Oh, yeah. But overall, I do like Moffat.
Yeah, this is a good episode. This is one of my favourites, actually. It's really hard for me to separate the two-parters because I can't think of this story without thinking of the whole thing. But yeah, it is good. So we've got a mysterious little girl and her psychiatrist.
Yes.
You said about the psychiatrist, Dr. Moon, you said I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him.
But then he tells her to save people, but he's not really she's not really saving people, is she?
Strange.
Donna Noble is a stone statue that could be exhibited in the Barbara Hepworth Museum in Cornwall.
It's got quite a fantasy feel to it, especially at the start, when the girl was floating through the library.
Yeah, you've got that, but it is very lodged in sci-fi.
Yeah, yeah. But even the music is very it sounds sort of Danny Elfman-esque.
No, it doesn't.
To me, it does. So we've got a planet that is a library. The library is a whole planet.
Yeah, and the core is a metacomputer.
Oh yeah.
And it was like, took me 4 years for my family to be like, take it back in. I was like, oh my God, I can't wait for you to next go.
What, Lux?
Yeah.
Yeah. But what do you think of the concept of a library of a whole planet?
Yeah, it's good.
It is good.
It's a lovely concept. It made me really think about a library that goes on and on and on and on. It made me think about that book you brought me.
Oh, the Matt Haig book.
Yeah.
The Midnight Library.
And I'm a bit like, Matt Haig, this came before you. But I've only read 2 chapters of that book. Well, it's very different. I'm just going to put it out there. It's very, very different. I'm just being tongue-in-cheek here.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But you have to be, oh my God, you have to be...
You have to be in the right headspace. Now, you're probably going to disagree with this, but I think the CGI of the whole library scape is quite good.
Absolutely not!
For 2008 on the BBC.
No way, Jose!
On the BBC, on the limited budget they've got, it looks good.
You keep saying limited budget. No, absolutely not. If I saw this in 2008, I'd be like, that girl is not... If I'm having CGI, I want to be able to not tell that it's CGI.
Yeah. No, I will grant you, the shot of the girl floating did look really bad because it looked really green screen. But that's just the compositing. That's putting her on top of it. But the actual shot of the library itself is pretty good.
No. Beauty and the Beast Ballroom was better than this.
Yeah, and that was many years after this. And this... Oh, you're talking about the animated version?
Yes.
Okay. Again, that's Disney. They've got money. Okay, I won't bring up CGI again because you're just gonna...
No, it looks naff.
Shit all over it.
Looks naff. How many libraries do you have in this country?
A lot.
We have
A reducing
We have
number.
a really famous library.
The Oxford one.
Yeah,
The
could have used
Bodleian
that.
Library.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they actually used a shut down library in Swansea.
Of course they did.
That makes it sound like some little shithole, but it's actually quite a nice building by the looks of it. It is funny, though, that it's the 51st century and yet the architecture is very sort of classic.
I think it's inspired by history.
It is, yeah.
Welcome. Face donated by...
Yeah, the nodes, then. Those
The
are
nodes?
the nodes are the things that have the faces on them.
Oh my god, is that what they're called?
Yeah.
They remind me... They're a bit creepy.
They are creepy.
Their faces are donated into stone. Donny Babes is a node.
Well, yes.
Oh my god!
What?
River Song said, "Oh, you're Donna Noble." And then she was like, oh my god, she knew Donna Noble was going to become a stone thing.
Yeah.
Donna Noble has been saved.
It's a good cliffhanger.
I just hope the Doctor gets out his little hammer and chisel Donna out.
What, and she's just a face for the rest of the series.
Oh my god.
Like Ursula in the paving slab.
I've literally just got cringe McGinge.
About what?
Oh, that deep cringe when you remember a bit of an
Ursula
episode that is
paving
absolutely
slab.
so naff.
It was not a bad episode.
Stephen, the man made love to a paving slab.
That did not happen in the episode.
Well, he implied it, so we now know it.
Is that all you take away from that
The
episode?
thing is, though, if she swallows, where does
Ben,
it go?
Ben.
She has no stomach. Just stays in her mouth.
She has to spit then, doesn't she? So apparently, with the nodes, Stephen Moffat wanted them to be even more slender, like the bodies. Like a spoon, like a big dessert spoon.
Okay.
Because I think he said when he saw how they actually came out, he was a bit disappointed because it looks almost like a person could be hiding inside it.
Yeah.
But even though they've got a really thin neck.
Yeah.
So he wanted it to be really slender, but anyway.
Like,
There's still-
almost like, I think, I personally would agree with that. I think, like, they are modern technology disguised through, I would say, like, sculpture. Like, you know, like Greek sculpture.
I do think the concept of a library that covers an entire planet, like if you assume it's around the size of Earth or bigger, like that's really hard to wrap your head around, like how big it is.
And there's no ponds.
Yeah, I mean there must be some fast way of sort of getting around it. Like say you're in biographies, but you want to go to
Yeah,
crime fiction. What?
Teleportation.
Well, yeah, of course they've got the teleports, haven't they?
Actually, it's not called a teleporter anymore. It's called, I'm actually going to kill people saving the device. What is the little girl? What is her role? How is she connected to the library? The question is, what year is she in? I think she's in our time. Because of the decor is very naughty.
And the programmes on the TV when she was flicking through.
Yeah.
They look like Country File and stuff. There's also this big concept in this episode of spoilers, but spoilers for real life, because as a time traveller, you could peek at the future and how that affects things.
Yeah.
What?
Don't think I did not notice that her little blue book is in the shape of the TARDIS.
Oh, yeah, her diary.
Should we match up diaries?
I love that scene. Now then, where are we? Crash of the Byzantium, have we done that yet? Picnic at Asgard? Obviously not.
Oh.
And then she slowly realises that he's never met her before. So I'm surprised you haven't mentioned it yet.
What?
This whole thing with River Song having met the Doctor in the future, but he hasn't met her yet.
Yeah.
Does it remind you of anything?
No.
You mentioned this book when we did Girl in the Fireplace.
Oh! Time Traveler's Wife?
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably ripped that right out of Time Traveler's Wife.
Yeah, pretty much.
But it's not so weird.
Okay.
In Time Traveler's Wife, he's a grown-ass man. He meets her as a girl.
Yeah, that is weird.
It's very weird.
Yeah.
I read 2 chapters and I was like, I can't read this. Also, her writing style's a bit weird for me.
Okay.
Not weird, just...
Fair enough. But yeah, apparently I think Stephen Moffat's a huge fan of it.
Oh, I can see why it's popular,
Yeah.
but it's just not for me.
And
I do love her.
Who?
I do like her.
River.
Yeah.
River, yeah.
I thought I wasn't going to like her when she popped up her face.
Okay.
Is this Susan's grandmother?
I can't possibly tell you. Spoilers.
Because I know they've got a history.
She's got a history with him. He's got a future with her.
Oh, yeah.
Wibbly wobbly timey wimey.
Wibbly wobbly bobbly bibbly boo boo.
And also she's got a sonic screwdriver.
That is identical to his.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they're like wedding rings. Oh my god. Is that where he like, hi babes, how's university going? Yeah, I'm just on the Silingu beach in Piri Piri. They've got a famous restaurant here called Nando's. I'm going to take that back to the UK and like make it a thing. I don't know if is Nando's UK? Is it a
It's all
UK
over the world,
company?
I think.
But is it a UK company?
I don't know.
Nando's, if you want to sponsor us, our details are in the caption below.
Yeah, we could do an ad read and I'd be like, I'm a lemon and herb guy.
And I'm a medium guy. Delicious, actually.
I feel like this episode is all over the place. Because your brain today is all over the place.
Well, you're not asking me any questions.
Okay, so you like River Song?
Yes.
Do you trust her?
I don't know. Now I've questioned it.
Do you think the Doctor trusts her?
Not now.
Not yet.
Not yet. Oh my god. Oh my god, is it enemy to lovers?
Maybe.
Is it enemy to lovers? Oh my god. She's the master.
Really? So she's the master. She's Susan's grandmother.
I asked if she is.
What else
could
she
don't
be?
know that yet. Is she Time Lordian?
She could be. She might be. But don't you think the Doctor would have realised that? I do feel like with this episode and with River coming in, it's a wonderful way of sort of teasing things to come, because when Moffat wrote this, he knew he was about to take over as showrunner. So he obviously had a whole vision in mind of where the show was going to be.
Oh.
So him sort of bringing this character and meeting the Doctor too early almost by accident.
Yeah.
It's like...
Do you think... Is this actress who plays her quite famous?
Fairly well known, yes. She used to be married to Ralph Fiennes.
Oh, okay, cool.
I don't know what that's got to do with anything.
Do you think that he was the basic, like, come back for these 2 episodes, when I take over, you'll have more episodes?
Apparently, I was reading this, apparently she didn't know that... Slight spoilers, but you can probably guess she will be back in future episodes.
Oh, yeah. You can't drop a character like
No,
this.
exactly,
and then drop all these, hey, babes, hey, sweetie, pretty boy with me in my office.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair...
Bend you over the vacuum cleaner and let's get going.
To be fair, you could. It could just be a thing of, oh, one day he'll meet her, but we never actually get to it. It's more satisfying if you do get to find out. But yeah, when she did these 2 episodes, she had no idea that she was intended to come back.
Oh, so she could be recast.
Yeah. Apparently they wanted Kate Winslet initially.
Oh. But
Alex Kingston is so
But
perfect for this role. Like
after watching that episode and seeing, like, she's quite sly and slick, and she's like, Doctor.
Also, she goes with... Do you remember she's from the 51st century? Well, actually, we don't know that. They're in the 51st century at the moment. And...
Do they? Oh, someone at the door.
Can you go?
Excuse me? This is the wrong door. Are we still recording?
Yeah. So Ben just had to go to the door and shout after the postman, because we get, basically, I won't tell you the names of our roads, but we've got our road and then there's another road literally just across the fence from us.
And they both begin with the same letter.
They both begin with the same letter. And we constantly get parcels delivered to us that are for this other road. And it's so frustrating. And we've tried sorting it out. But anywho, we were saying about River Song being slinky and sly and...
She reminds me of a cat burglar.
Oh, yeah, she definitely has that. Also,
I think she's got her own ulterior motive for being on that planet.
Right.
And signing up. Well, not signing up. She said she didn't sign the document. But for being there. Like, I think she is an archaeologist.
She is an archaeologist and she's an adventurer.
Oh my God, 51st century?
Oh, that's what I was going to say, yeah. So
we know someone else who comes from...
This is what I was going to say. Captain Jack is from the 51st century.
Yeah, did they know each other?
And he has this hypersexual thing going on. And did you notice she was also like, everyone had their helmet off except Lux. He was like, why have I still got my helmet on? And she's like, I don't fancy you. Like, so basically saying she fancies everyone else, but not him.
Oh my God. She's like, bend me over the vacuum cleaner.
What is this about vacuum cleaners?
I was thinking a different thing in my head, but it's coming up vacuum cleaner.
What are you thinking of?
I'm thinking photocopier.
Oh.
It's twice it's come out vacuum cleaner.
Fair enough.
Because she said office.
Who said office?
In that, like, sexy, like, pretty boy, come to me with my office.
Oh, right, yes.
And I just think office has a printer somewhere.
Yeah. I've said before, but Moffat has this thing about mysterious, sexy, dominant women. And you know when we were watching, what was that thing with Dawn French? Murder Most Horrid. He wrote a couple of those. And there was one of that. There was this woman who was like an assassin, wasn't she? And I was like, oh my God, this is such a Moffat mysterious woman. He's just got a thing about it.
I think he likes women in skin tight, leather, pleather, PVC.
Yeah.
Maybe he likes a bit of a dominatrix.
I think dominatrix.
A dominatrix.
Yes. Wouldn't be surprised.
Maybe he's got a little button in his bookcase, pulls a book out and he's like, come to my dungeon. Oh, I'm Scottish. Come to my dungeon.
Did you see that bit when, you know, when the books started flying out of the bookcases? Mm-hmm. And she made that happen because she slid down the remote control and started pressing the... Did you see that bit?
Do you remember when Controls had that?
Yeah.
I was like, blast from the past.
Because it's just like to protect those, so you don't accidentally hit the record button or something, isn't it? But Stephen Moffat said that he got the idea for that because his little boy came to him once, really, really excited with the remote control and was like, Dad, there are secret buttons on the remote. And he was like, yeah, I've got to put that in the episode. This episode does give me kind of Scooby-Doo vibes with the sliding panels and the secret passages. And also the skeleton in the suit at the end, like lurching towards them. It's very Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. I don't like this ghost thing.
Oh, the data ghost thing.
Yeah.
You don't like that?
No.
Why?
Because I feel like it's only in there to create confusion when the ghosts, when the slivery thing, when I'm just going to call it the gloom.
The Vashta Narada.
No, the gloom.
The Vashta Narada.
The gloom.
Whatever.
Gloom.
You feel like the ghosting thing is only in there because...
To create confusion.
Yeah.
So when he had the ghost inside him, when he had the gloom inside him, and then he got... Why didn't they like bones? They eat meat.
Yeah.
Why don't they like bones?
Oh, they just don't. Get over it.
I'm pretty sure. Excuse me, if they... Where are the other people's bones? If they don't eat bones, where is the gloom storing bones?
That's a good question.
Oh my God.
I'm not sure.
Oh my God.
What?
They're going to slip like a serpent into the bones and they're going to be walking skeletons about.
Well, that's what we basically just had.
But we're going to have more.
Skeleton in a suit.
Because that skeleton suit had four ghosts out of it. 4 glooms.
4 shadows, yeah.
Glooms.
Jesus Christ.
Glooms.
No, actually, in terms... You brought up the ghosting. I like it because it's put to 2 very different uses in this episode. Because you have I think it's a very poignant scene with Miss Evangelista where she's dying and like her neural
She's
relays.
dead.
Yeah, she is dead, but her thought ghost is still going. And that scene where Donna's like, she says about the nice woman, and Donna's like, I think she means me, like, and
yeah, because none of them were nice.
No, I think it's very good. It's very poignant there, and then obviously then it is later put to creepy use because it's like, what's his name? Proper Dave is like, hey, who turned out the lights? And all that. The end of the episode with the cliffhanger is very catchphrase heavy. You've got one thing coming from one side going, hey, who turned out the lights? Over and over again. And then you've got, Donna Noble has left the library. Over and over again.
Donna Noble has been saved.
Yeah.
I don't think Donna's dead.
Okay.
I think she's hovering in between.
Right.
So she's in between teleportation...
Yeah.
And in between being stuck in a stone.
Yeah, because you did see her... She almost teleported into the TARDIS, and then something happened.
Yeah, I thought the Gloom had gone and got her vaporizations,
Oh, I see.
but they didn't.
Mm.
Oh my God.
What?
I really want a T-shirt that says Donna Noble's left the chat.
Yes, I remember when this aired, and me and my friends, not that I have many, but we used to spend a lot of time in the library at school. And one of the library assistants was, I wouldn't say a Doctor Who fan, but watched it and enjoyed it as well. We used to talk about it sometimes. And the head librarian got really cross with someone and sent them out of the library. And she went, "Leave the library!" And then this assistant looked at us and was like, "Jack has left the library." And we thought that was so funny.
The librarian, the head librarian.
Yeah.
How many librarians did you have?
No, sorry, we had the librarian and then there was some library assistants.
What, just students?
No, adults. It was on 2 floors, our library.
Oh my God!
We had the librarian and then we had about 2 or 3 other members of staff.
Oh my God. Do what normal schools do and use fucking students as librarians.
I think there were prefects that helped out as well.
Do you want to know how many librarians we had?
1.
Yes.
Yeah, because your library was probably about the size of a cupboard.
No, it was biggish. It was attached to the learning centre.
Yeah.
Rude, aren't you? But okay, Stephen went to a grammar school. I'm sorry for those who went to a grammar school. Good for you.
Moving on.
Yeah?
So, of all the sort of, the ensemble cast of like the crew, who did you like and not like?
Okay, I didn't like the 2 bullies.
Who were they?
Second Dave and his friend. The people who were doing the lights and told...
What, Anita?
Yeah.
I like Anita.
No, we don't.
I like Anita.
No, we don't. She's bully.
She's
Nice, don't get me wrong, she's nice, but thing is, they were mean to her.
Yeah, but that's the thing, I'm sorry to say this, but we've all done that occasion. I know we shouldn't, and it's things like this that you saw how bad they felt when she died.
This is what makes us human.
Yeah, we've all done things like that, and they didn't do it to her face. I don't know, it's still bad. But I'm just saying, I quite like Anita. I think she's good.
So Dave is dead.
Is he? Oh yes, proper Dave is dead.
Yeah. Other Dave has a ghost in his helmet.
Does he?
He's the one who's at the end is going, "Who turned the lights out?"
No, that's proper Dave.
No, it's another one. I swear there's another ghost inside someone else's suit.
No.
Oh.
Miss Evangelista got killed and turned into a skeleton.
Yeah.
And then proper Dave got attacked by them and then he put his helmet on and he became a skeleton in a suit. And that's it.
Oh.
So we've still got other Dave and Anita and all that. And with Miss Evangelista, yeah, did you feel sorry for her then?
I was hoping that she would secretly be have some secret gem. She would be like the underdog that won.
Oh, I see.
No, she was the underdog.
They all underestimate her and then it turns out she can do something.
Like she was good at something.
Yeah. She's played by an actress called Tallulah Riley, who you'll never guess who she's been married to. Not an actor.
Oh, I don't know then.
Elon Musk.
Oh, really?
She's been married to him and divorced him twice.
Oh.
And now she's with Thomas Sangster.
Don't know.
Thomas Brodie Sangster. You know, the little blonde boy who hardly ever ages. Love Actually and all that.
Does she still act?
I don't know. I don't really care.
Because if she doesn't act, I'm bouncing from money to money.
Yeah. No, I think she's a bit weird because I think, well, you'd have to be weird to marry Elon Musk, but...
No, you don't have to be weird to marry Elon Musk.
If you want the money.
You just have to be smart enough not to have a prenup. The thing is, people like that, you'd never get past them without a prenup.
No.
But I wouldn't mind having 100 and something billion in the bank.
Well, go and marry him then.
No thanks.
You still loving Donna in this episode, like her one-liners.
Her one-liners, just the way she delivers her lines.
Yeah. There's this bit with Alex Kingston doing super poignant acting about the pain that she's feeling about the fact that she knows the Doctor so well and he doesn't know her yet, and it's blah, blah, blah. And then Donna just goes, "What are you talking about? Are you talking rubbish? Do you know him or don't you?"
She let her inner Lauren come out then.
Yeah.
Do we know which iteration she meets him under?
Well, who's we? Because obviously I know,
Oh, okay.
but I can't tell you. What do you think?
Well, she obviously meets him now, but the first time she properly meets him, and then they start to boink until they
The thing
get
is, she
Susan.
recognises him. She recognises the 10th Doctor.
Oh, maybe it's the 10th
So it
Doctor.
suggests that she has met him in that face before.
But doesn't the Doctor only have 12 squibbly-dibbly times?
Yes, technically. Another little throwback to Moffat's first episode with Captain Jack was the squareness gun. You probably don't remember that.
A squareness gun!
Jack used that in the hospital.
Oh. Doctor, I think your lovely lady has been boinking Jack.
Maybe. But yeah, it's funny because it's such as a device, to just create a hole in a wall is very convenient. But then they have it built in this thing of, it drains the batteries, so she couldn't do anything after that. It was like a one trick thing to get them out of that. But yeah.
A one-trick pony.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, where's Billy when you need her?
Who's Billy? Rose?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She's stuck in a computer screen.
Yeah, she's around somewhere. In a computer screen, I mean. So have you got any predictions then for the next episode?
They're gonna become a blob.
What?
They're gonna become a blob and become one big one.
Okay.
No, they're gonna build an army.
Right.
So they're gonna have like loads of like skeletons and heads rolling about.
Right.
And they are actually like a figment of, I think whatever the girl thinks happens in the library.
Okay.
The library, like she's deeply connected to the library.
Do you think we'll find out?
Maybe she's related to Lux somehow.
Okay.
And she was shoved through time. Maybe she's like Lux's brother or sister. Looking at your face, I'm completely off the mark.
Maybe not, I don't know.
I am.
Do you think we're going to find out how Riversong knows the Doctor?
No, it's Doctor Who.
What does that mean?
Some Doctor Who like to be kept secret.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure they're going to keep it a secret.
For how long?
I don't know, until the next episode.
Oh, okay.
Or the next series.
Yeah, maybe.
The opening chapter will be like, so, we meet again. New face, new you.
We haven't got long left with David Tennant now.
I may have saw something on Instagram.
Oh, God. What?
I saw a little thing that Thingy and Thingy are filming this summer.
Who? What?
David Tennant and Catherine Tate are filming their spin-off this summer.
No, you haven't seen that. I would have heard about that. If you've seen it, it's someone's idea of bollocks.
I literally saw it on Instagram.
Yeah, it's some load of old bollocks. Because I would have, if that was official, I would have heard.
Oh. It was on Instagram.
Oh, it must be true then.
And I have a picture of them.
Oh, it must be true then. No, there's nothing going on.
Because I think there is.
What with them?
Splitty has to have some reason. Can't just split for no reason.
I didn't say there was no reason. I just haven't told you what the reason is.
He's like, I need to go and save Gallifrey. The time has come. I'm going to look back at my roster of companies. I'm going to choose the one that is the best to be around, the one that makes me laugh, and the one I won't get distracted by boinking and making babies. Donna Noble it is. Come on down, Donna Noble!
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's me!
But how?
What?
How? Because she's currently a face on a statue.
Yes, she's not dead. She's in limbo somewhere.
Yeah, but still, Riversong doesn't know her in the future, so there's something must happen.
That's because she goes back to home time.
Well, we'll have to find out. So, list time. Where is Silence in the Library going to go on your list?
I think I'm going to put this at number 10.
So that means...
Just below Planet of the Ood.
And above Smith and Jones. For me, then, I do like this episode. I like this two-parter. I think it's my favourite of Series 4 so far. Oh, it's so hard. I'm looking at Blink, and I'm trying to decide if I like Blink more than this.
Oh, Blink is better than this episode.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. So it's going to go just under Blink and just above Last of the Time Lords, which puts it at number 5 for me so far.
That title's a bit redundant now, though, is it not?
What?
Last of the Time Lords.
Why?
Because he's not the last of the Time Lord. The Master's back. River Song's there.
The Master is not back. The Master is dead.
No, he's not. He's like Voldemort. He's like a bad penny. Shows up every time you don't want him out.
I will agree that the Master has always been like that. You think he's dead, but he always finds a way to survive.
Yeah.
But
A bit like Voldy.
story-wise, as far as we're aware, he's dead. We don't need to...
He's still alive. His soul is lodged into a metal ring.
So that's that. You know what it's time for now? Patreon, Patreon, Patreon shout-outs. Patreon, Patreon, Patreon shout-outs. Whose voice shall I do it in? There's only one correct answer to this. Hello, sweeties. It's the time of the podcast where we talk about... Sorry?
I can do a better job than that.
Sorry, I can do a flawless River Song. I think it's because my sinuses at the moment. I'm not doing it properly.
I'll do it. What's the line? Hello, sweetie. Hello, sweetie.
No.
Here for another game of cat and mouse.
I've done an audio with my friend Nick where I played River Song and people were commenting on YouTube thinking that he'd actually got Alex Kingston to do it. Maybe I've lost the knack. Anywho. It's that part of the podcast where we talk about Patreon. Oh, we love it when you do Patreon and you support us that way. Now then, shall we do diaries? Shall we see who's supported us so far? We want to give a massive thank you to Louisa, Philip, Jason, Joe, Tom, Louis, Michael, Ferner, Heather, Benny, Caleb, Monica, Amber, Jay, Kaylee, and Kieran. I can do a much better voice than this normally, but for some reason I'm a bit off today, but never mind. Bye-bye, sweeties. Do you think it's a lovely name, by the way? River Song.
A lot of people call their children River. That's quite popular at the moment.
Yeah. Professor River Song, archaeologist.
Professor River Song, archaeologist.
I don't fancy you.
I don't fancy you. Does she fancy Don Noble?
Dunno, maybe.
Oh my god, we should bring back a segment. What the fuck fashion?
Okay, we're bringing back What the Fuck Fashion. Back for 1 week only.
Yes.
What
was Donna wearing?
What?
That smock.
I like it. Which is like a purple cardigan, isn't it?
No, it made her look like she belonged working at a Rainbows.
Oh, I'm trying to remember. Oh, isn't it like a dress and jeans kind of combo?
Yeah, it's a smock.
Yeah. No, I like it. I think she looks good.
Oh, that was the crap section.
Was that really it? I thought it was going to be something about the spacesuits or something.
Oh, the spacesuits were awful as well.
Yeah, they are pretty bad.
They just look like they are just like cheap kinkware that they've just slapped plastic over.
Also, you know when River said about the suits, she said we can increase the mesh density up to 400%, and the Doctor did 800%. If they could do that, why isn't it just on that as default at its strongest?
They thought they were safe.
Cool. So I think that brings us to the end of today. I'm looking forward to watching the next one and recording the next one when hopefully Ben's brain is slightly less bouncing off the walls. Thank you so much for listening. You know where you can find us. And until the next time...
Stay cool, stay safe, stay fantastic.